Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews. I hope you're enjoying your week. So, the latest film that I'm reviewing for you guys here now is called What We Found, and this is another VOD release. I think it may have gone to actual drive-in theaters or whatever theaters that were actually open. And this is written and directed by Bill Hickernell, and this is the latest from him. He also wrote and directed A Campus Code, A Rising Tide, Lebanon, PA, and a film called Cellar. And this is his latest film. Maybe if you like his work, you'll check out his other stuff here. And this tells the story of three friends. And now let me personally confess that I always hated school. I love college, but K through 12 I just loathe. Thankfully, this guy actually went to small middle school and high school. But the truth remains is that high school sucks. And three friends, Holly, played by Una Lawrence, Marcus, played by Jordan Hall, and Grant, played by Julian Jekyll, been close friends for years. Grant's parents has decided that he's going to spend their hard-earned money by having him go to a private school that's not, and they have a name for this particular high school, and I won't repeat it because it's not a name I don't think anyone will want their high school to be associated with here. And obviously, they sneak out of the house most of the time, and if you're thinking to yourself, where are these people's parents? Marcus's home belongs to a single mother who works as a nurse and is trying to do her best. Holly's parents, they fight a lot. Grant's parents apparently like to get high, and he makes a funny reference to those when his parents are doing it, which is like, yeah, I would not want to know that myself. Grant, as you see early on, Grant is talking about blood moons and whatnot, and Grant, this kid is not going to be a star athlete anytime soon in high school. He's going to be the nerd. He's going to get picked on a lot. When he goes to high school the first day, he meets Cassie, played by that girl who was in 13 Reasons Why. She was also on the last season of Scream and a couple of other shows. She has a boyfriend or an ex named Clay, or she's currently also has a boyfriend, but I can't really tell you the facts of this. But Clay looks like one of those people that, quite frankly, in reality would probably look like he's graduating from college, not entering high school or a senior in high school, more or less. Now, what sadly happens is that Cassie goes missing, and this is when the police get involved, and two of the police officers involved here happen to be Elizabeth Mitchell from Lost and James Ransom, who was the adult from It Chapter 2 and a couple other films. Clearly, James Ransom is a dirty cop to a certain, or at least we think he is dirty. And Elizabeth Mitchell is the police chief who really comes down on this guy. Now I come to learn that, that Clay is involved with some drug dealers. These drug dealers sadly know what happened to Casey. And basically our three friends happened to be in the woods one night. Now apparently there's one plot development that Ben Hickernell tries to make happen. Marcus says to Holly that she cares for him in a loving, romantic way. Obviously Grant feels the same way for her, but clearly that just gets shuffled off later on. Here's the thing, I happen to like this film, but it's not going to stick with me for a very long time afterwards. Clearly, the thing that this film wants to be is probably Stand By Me for a new generation, which sadly that bar is so high. Obviously, some people have said this is sort of like Stranger Things Season 1, a much more grounded without the sci-fi elements for a missing person. But then, of course, this thing ends in the third act with a violent shootout involving kids. And quite frankly, it's a very bloody shootout. And granted, these kids look like they could enter in high school. But again, I think these kids are good actors. Here's hoping I can see more of them in the near future. Granted, should these kids be searching For Casey's body, probably not. They should be leaving this to the police, but obviously the police clearly are not necessarily incapable, but they clearly don't know what they're searching for. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about what we found, I really do think that this is a good diamond in the rough, even though I'm probably not going to remember this in a couple of months. I'm going to give this a matinee rating. So folks, what we found, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, earn yourself of knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. I'm at Michael Richard Hughes 2 on Twitter. Hooray.